like a diamond.
Hello loves, welcome to the Sparkle Z Boutique. Like I've said before, that I named this channel the Sparkle Z Boutique because you never know what you will get when you come to my channel. I just like to do things that sparkle. And in the light of that, this is a new thing for my channel. I'm just starting to do my nails with Polygel. This is my second set I ever done. So please bear with me. I will get better as time goes. And I've never recorded a nail video before, so the angles may be off, but I promise you that it would get better as I do more videos. I really love the way that they turn out. And if you want to know how I achieve this look, you know what you got to do. Keep watching. I'm so happy that you are here. Please thumbs this video up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have your support. The first step in doing your own nails or doing anyone else's nails is you have to prep your cuticles and prep your natural nails so that the nails don't lift and they last longer. Right now I'm taking a cuticle pusher and I'm pushing my cuticles back and making sure that I remove any of that cuticle that is on my actual nail bed. I also wanted to mention I am not a professional. I am teaching myself from YouTube University. And then I will be taking my e-file and use this cuticle bit to again make sure that those cuticles are cleaned up so that we don't have any lifts on our nails. Everything that I'm using in this tutorial, I will leave in the description box. And now I'm using these beautiful cuticle nippers. They were sent to me by Born Pretty. And again, I will leave a link down below for these cuticle nippers. And now I'm going in with some dehydrator and primer, again, to prepare my nails for the nail. Okay, well, all the nails that I'm going to add, you need to make sure that they're going to fit the side walls of your nails from side wall to side wall. You don't want any gap whatsoever because, again, that will lead to gaps. You don't want them too small. You don't want them too big because if they're too big, again, it will go past your side wall and they will lift. So I'm showing you now how I'm moving my hand from left to right to make sure that it's fitting from side wall to side wall. Now I'm putting my sand bands on the mandrel on my e-file, and I'm going to file inside of all these nails because you don't want to keep the inside of the nail smooth because it will not adhere to the nail properly. So I'm going to take this sand band and make sure I go in and file the inside of these nails until I don't see the shine anymore. After dusting out the inside of the nails, I'm going to be taking this clear Polygel by Model 1, and I'm just going to be putting a very little bit, less than half a pea, and I'm going to use this lip solution by Beetles, and I am going to take the Polygel and just squeeze just a little bit inside the nail. And I'm going to take this Polygel brush and take a little bit of slip solution and just pat it down so it could be nice and smooth and even. And then I'm going to cure it in the UV lamp. And the way that I'm going to do this, I saw this on somebody's channel, I can't remember, where I need to be able to put this nail on it and smooth it down and make sure there's no air bubbles. And as you can see, I have the lamp kind of going up and down instead of the normal way because I wanted to make sure that it doesn't lift. And I've just cured it for about 30 seconds I'm sorry, 60 seconds. And then I'm going to turn it over the regular way to make sure it's cured completely. And after I do that to all the nails, I'm going in with this nail clipper. And this is also from Born Pretty. And again, I will leave a link down below for it. And I'm just going to cut the nails down and make sure that they are the same length as the nails that I've already done on my other hand. Okay, I'm going back now with my e-file and going around my cuticle area to make sure that any of the polygel that may have seeped out on the cuticle area is gone, and also making sure that area is a little bit less thin, is a little bit more thinned out, so that way it'll look better and it'll look more natural. It won't look like a press-on my nail. And I have this on maybe like a 3 or 4. So it's not going really fast, it's going really slow. Anytime I'm doing anything close to my cuticle on my natural nail, I always keep the speed very low, no more than 5,000. And now I'm going in with the hand file to get the shape that I want. And then I'm going to go in with a sand block and just make sure it's smooth before I do the next step. Now I'm going in with some 100% acetone, and I'm just making sure that I have all the dust off of all my nails. I'm going to be using different glitters that I like, and the ones that I'm using now came from Michael's, and some of them came from Joann's. Like this black glitter came from Joann's in a kit. Again, I will leave a link to all of these things down below. Right now it's pretty much just the purpose of the technique. You can use any color glitters that you want, and also those are recollections from Michael's. And I'm just going to make sure that my right hand matches my left hand. So I did my non-dominant hand off camera, and I'm doing my dominant hand on camera now. So now I'm taking a thin layer of that clear polygel, and this is what I'm going to use to adhere the glitter to my nails. Now you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I choose to do it, a thin layer, because you could use base coat also to do this part, but I just felt that this glitter stick better with this clear primer. So again, I am looking at both nails to make sure that they are going to match. And I'm going to use the brush and my finger because I want to make sure that it's flat so that it's smooth when I go to put the clear polygel on top. But right now I'm just making sure that, again, they match and it's not really obvious big lumps and bumps. You will see once I add the glitter, I do go in with my finger and just pat it down to make sure that it's going to be as flat as possible. And after I added that first layer of glitter, I did go in and do a flash cure of maybe like 30 seconds to make sure that it didn't move. And now I'm taking some base coat and I'm putting another layer of, putting a layer of base coat on to adhere the rest of the glitter. And after I get the nail looking exactly how I want it, I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, since I'm new to this, I'm going to be using these dual form, and I'm going to be putting some clear polygel inside of the dual form. And I normally don't like to use these curved dual forms, but I'm using these because when I encapsulated the nails, it just seemed like this curved dual form works better as far as making sure everything is encapsulated and the shape is still nice. It doesn't look drastically curved once it's actually on my nail, and you will see that shortly. So I'm taking the slip solution and the polygel brush and smoothing everything out inside the dual form. And these dual form also came from Model 1, and I'm taking my time to pat it so that it's smooth and nothing is oozing out the sides and everything is uniform, because once you take it off, you will see that you need to file whatever you didn't necessarily get perfect, but it's no big deal if you have to fix it, because polygel files really easily, way easier than acrylic. And we're going to cure these nails the same way I did with the base coat before with the full nail. I'm going to take the dual form and I'm going to make sure that it's smooth over my nail. First step, of course, is setting up the UV lamp, and I make sure that it's turned on, and make sure all the products are out of the way so they don't cure any base coats, top coats, or any polygel. Make sure they're not around the light. And I'm going to make sure this dual form is going over the entire nail. Make sure that it's smooth, and I'm going to hold it and put it in the UV lamp the way that you see me doing it. And after I cure it for 60 seconds, then I'm going to turn it over and do it the regular way for another 60 seconds just to make sure it's completely cured. And then I'm going to go on to the next nail and do the same exact steps with all the rest of the nails on my hand. And of course, after you cure them, and I try to wait for them to cool down because it come off easier that way. And now I'm going to take the dual form and see how easy it comes off. It comes off easier after you cure it. If you let your nails cool down, the dual form seems to come off easier if you do it that way. And it turns out all shiny and beautiful. And then I got to go in. You see I have some polygel oozed out on that pinky nail. So I have to go in and reshape all these nails to make sure that they are, I guess, kind of in a coffin shape. And I'm going to do that with a hand file. And then I'm going to go in with my e-file just to make everything look perfect. Okay, I have filed and shaped all the nails, and now I'm going back again around my cuticle area because that's one of my areas where I struggle at. So I would make sure that it's nice and neat and smooth, and making sure that it is shaped correctly. So I'm going in with this drill bit that's for the cuticles, and I'm going very slow. It's on maybe like a 5 or 6,000 because I want to make sure that, again, this polygel files down easily. So you don't want to file too much because you will take too much of the polygel away. So I'm just going in doing all the detailing on the nails in the cuticle areas, and then I will finish with taking a sand block and just filing it and make sure that it's nice and smooth before I add my top coat. Of course, before you add the top coat, you need to go in again with the acetone or some alcohol and make sure you get rid of all the dust on the nails. And then you're going to take this top coat, and once you add the top coat, you're going to cure it for 60 seconds. The top coat I'm using is from Beetles. As you can see, that top coat just bring everything alive. I love it. Well, you know, I gotta be extra. It was something, it seemed like something was missing. So I took these silver flakes that came in the Model 1 kit, and I'm just going to apply them on one side of the nail. After curing that again for like 30 seconds, I'm going to go back in with another layer of top coat to make sure everything is sealed in properly. And then I will cure it again for another 60 seconds. Added some cuticle oil to make sure that my cuticles are hydrated. And here is the finished look. I thank you guys so much for hanging in there. Hopefully you like the way that they turn out. And of course, I will get better as time go on. I have been enjoying doing my own nails. And it's not been the easiest, but it's definitely been rewarding. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. And I would love it if you would thumbs this video up and share this video with all your friends and family that you think would really love this content. If you haven't subscribed to my channels, please do that. Please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. And I want to thank my regular subscribers and thank you so much for your support. I love you guys, and as always, be your own kind of beautiful because you, my love, are beautiful. See you next time. Bye.